Welcome to my story time by mybooksummary.com. Get ready for quick wisdom of countless stories and explore. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes by Eric Litwin. If you haven't met Pete the Cat yet, let me introduce you to the grooviest, chillest feline on four paws. Pete is not your ordinary cat, oh no. He struts through life with the kind of confidence most of us can only dream of. While some cats spend their days chasing mice or napping in the sun, Pete is all about enjoying life, rocking his stylish shoes, and singing his way through whatever comes his way. In Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes, written by Eric Litwin and illustrated by James Dean, Pete embarks on a journey that teaches kids, and let's be honest, adults too, a valuable lesson. Life is full of unexpected messes, but it's all about how you handle them. And Pete? He handles them like a rock star. So buckle up. We're about to dive deep into Pete's world, a world where shoes change colors, puddles appear out of nowhere, and no matter what happens, Pete keeps on grooving. The beginning, Pete and his pristine white shoes. Pete starts his day feeling on top of the world. He just got a brand new pair of white shoes, and let me tell you, they are dazzling. Think fresh snow, vanilla ice cream, or a crisp piece of paper before you scribble all over it, pure perfection. As Pete strolls down the street, he doesn't just walk. He struts. His tail sways, his whiskers twitch with excitement, and he's singing his own little song. I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes. Life is good. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and Pete is feeling fabulous. But as we all know, life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when you least expect them. The first mishap, the strawberry surprise. Now, if you've ever eaten a strawberry, you know how delightfully juicy they can be. But they're also the sneakiest fruit. 1 minute, they're in your hand. The next, they're on your shirt, your face, and if you're Pete, your perfectly white shoes. Squish. Pete steps right into a massive pile of strawberries. His shoes, no longer white. They are now as red as a fire truck, a stop sign, or your face after you realize you sent a text to the wrong person. Does Pete cry? Does he throw a fit? Does he frantically scrub his shoes with a paper towel while muttering under his breath? Nope, not our Pete. He just sings a new song. I love my red shoes, I love my red shoes. Because Pete knows that getting upset won't change the fact that his shoes are now red. Might as well embrace it, right? Next stop, the Blueberry Blues. With his freshly red shoes, Pete keeps strolling, still as cool as ever. But fate isn't done with him yet. Before he knows it, squish, he steps into a mountain of blueberries. And not just a few. This is the kind of blueberry mess that could turn a white shirt into a tie-dye masterpiece. Now Pete's shoes aren't red anymore. They're blue. As blue as the ocean, the sky, or the feeling you get when you realize the weekend is almost over. But does Pete get upset? Not a chance. He just switches up his song. I love my blue shoes, I love my blue shoes. Pete is teaching us all an important lesson here. Don't sweat the small stuff. Or in his case, the colorful, shoe-altering stuff. Muddy mayhem, brown shoes incoming. At this point, you'd think Pete might start walking a little more carefully. Maybe glance down once in a while. But no, Pete is a cat of confidence. He keeps striding forward with full enthusiasm. And then splat! Into a huge puddle of mud. Now his shoes are brown. As brown as a chocolate bar, an old teddy bear, or the coffee you spill on yourself when you're running late. Still, Pete does not lose his cool. He sings a new tune. I love my brown shoes, I love my brown shoes. At this point, we all need to ask ourselves, how many of us would be this calm after ruining 3 pairs of shoes in a single day? Pete's got wisdom beyond his years, or should I say, beyond his 9 lives. The ultimate test, the water wash. Pete continues his journey, rocking his brown shoes, until he encounters the inevitable, a puddle of water. And not just any puddle. This one is big enough to fix all his problems. The second he steps in, something magical happens. Swoosh. The water washes away all the red, blue, and brown, leaving Pete's shoes looking white again. Well, almost. Now they're wet. But does Pete throw a tantrum? Does he run home and hide under the bed? You already know the answer. He just sings. I love my wet shoes, I love my wet shoes. Pete knows that life isn't about avoiding messes. It's about rolling with them. Shoes get dirty. Life gets messy. But it's all about your attitude. Final thoughts. What we learn from Pete. Pete the Cat isn't just a cool cat with musical talent. He's a life coach in feline form. His story reminds us that no matter what happens, we can choose how to react. A bad day, a spilled drink, a surprise rainstorm. None of it has to ruin our groove. Kids love this story for its catchy rhythm, but the message is powerful enough for adults too. Life will throw strawberries, blueberries, and muddy puddles your way. The key is to keep moving forward and, if possible, sing your way through it. So next time you step in something unexpected, whether it's a literal puddle or a metaphorical one, just take a page out of Pete's book and keep walking. And maybe, just maybe, sing a little song while you do it. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.